Hey guys, hey YouTube. Today we're going to talk about divorce. I know it's a touchy subject, but now what happens? 5 questions you need to ask yourself and to think about. Stay tuned. Hey guys, so I know divorce can be a really touchy subject, and this is a subject that kind of hits a little closer to home for me since I have a few friends that recently got divorced, and I feel like just when talking with other financial advisors and professionals in the networks I'm a part of, it seems to be something that's been coming up more and more and more since COVID started. So I want to make sure we're thinking about this in a positive way, and that you're helping yourself and your family by maybe thinking about these couple things post-divorce. And if you're going through divorce right now, my sympathies to you, and I hope that you get some good information here to continue to move forward and improve your position in your financial plans and so on. So number one, first thing I want you to think about is updating your estate plan. And some people are like, what the heck is an estate plan? Well, an estate plan basically is the directions for the people you leave behind in the event of your death, so, or incapacitation as well. So this is like something like a will and powers of attorney, whether it be for healthcare or finances. Most people forget that you should probably have had this to begin with, but if you don't, that you update this after your death, because now no longer do you have a spouse to take care of some of these things, and maybe not the spouse who want to take care of these things for you if something happens. A good example would be if something happens to you and you're incapacitated, and your ex, right, maybe it wasn't a very amicable divorce, is now in control of your finances because she is the first in line for power of attorney. Maybe that doesn't sit well with you, and you'd rather have a friend or perhaps a brother, sister, family member to be that person for you in the event something were to happen, or maybe even an adult child. So update your estate plan. Make sure that if something happens to you, whether you die or you're incapacitated, that the right people are in charge, that you want to be in charge of your financial life. Second is pull a credit report. You can do 3 free ones a year from the credit agencies, and monitor your finances. The last thing you want to do, especially if, again, you didn't have a very good divorce, you wasn't on good terms, and you have someone maybe in your life that is hostile towards you, going out there pretending that you're still together and opening up credit cards in your name, or maybe joint accounts in your name that you are unaware of. Maybe one spouse has really good credit, maybe you have poor credit, or vice versa. And this could really start to mess with your credit and things going forward. I remember back in my banking days, even married couples not knowing what was out there on their credit reports, that had one spouse with a really big spending problem and high credit cards, and we're going to do this mortgage or this car loan, and realizing there's a ton of extra debt out there that one of the spouses was not familiar with. So make sure you pull the credit report and you understand what's going on in the year following your divorce. There's no surprises that sneak up on you later. Moving on to number 3, and that is change your beneficiaries. And that's not just on life insurance. That's on things like 401k plans. 401k plans are governed by the federal government under the ERISA program, right? So what does that mean? Well, that means that if your ex is on your 401k plan and something happens to you, she is getting your money. Okay? This could be whether you're married now and you have your brother or sister or mom on your 401k plan. If something happens to you, your wife gets nothing, or your husband gets nothing, because it's governed by federal law. State law is different depending on what state you're in, but there are things out there that maybe you don't want to pass on to your ex. So consider your beneficiaries and update those right away after your divorce. That was a pretty easy one. Number 4 is recalculate your financial future. So again, you maybe made plans You maybe had some goals together while you were married for your financial independence and financial future. That obviously is all changed now that you're not together. So what do you need to be saving for your own now independent retirement or independent future goals for a home or other purchases, right? Are you paying for kids' college, or is your ex paying for kids' college? How does that all look and shape out for your future? So I know that's kind of raw and fresh for some people, but you need to start thinking about, what do I need to do for myself and my future, rather than rather than a joint future that you had prior to your divorce. And lastly, I want you to reconsider the risk you still have and the protection that you have in place for said risks. For example, a lot of people I know, they go out and they cancel all their life insurance and other things like that because, well, hey, that was to help my wife, and something happened to me. She doesn't need to get rich on my death. She already got as much money in the divorce as I want to give her. Well, hold on a second, okay? There's other reasons to maybe own, in this case, life insurance that go beyond just benefiting a spouse. And in fact, if you have a good estate plan, you can have it set up so that your spouse is merely either a custodian to your funds, or if you don't want her, you can have other members of your family or other people you trust being that custodian or being the trustee if something were to happen to you on your assets, for the benefit of maybe, say, your children. Okay, so you got money, you want to make sure that your kids are well taken care of. You want to make sure that you have the right plans in place so that if something happens to you, maybe your wife doesn't get any access to those funds, right? She doesn't get any chance to misuse them or abuse them, but there's money there for your kids, whether it's college, future financial security, health, maintenance, support, all those common things, and that can continue to help them stay in their home, have the lifestyle that you want them to have, outside of anything to do with your ex. So that's one aspect of that. The other one I just want to briefly mention is, you're not getting any younger, and you're probably not getting any healthier. So really take the time to consider what the long-term effect might be if I do go out and cancel those policies or change or drop coverage on my insurance, because getting it again might prove more difficult in the future, rather than just keeping what you have in place and maybe naming a new beneficiary or whatnot, like I said earlier. So there you have it, guys. 5 things to consider post-divorce. There's many others, but these I feel like are the 5 things that really can get you moving in the right direction independently onto a path that makes sense for you in the future you want to craft for yourself. I hope that was helpful. Thank you for joining us on YouTube, and I look forward to our next topic.